Either way, you still gonna smoke. Either way, like however you want to look at it. Cause the deck got DLC monsters in it. You still gonna complain?
Just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Wow, man. You don't even listen to shit I say anyway, so it don't even matter. Anyway, moving on past all that. Moving on past all that. But that's what's up, bro. I wonder who else gonna help you, bro. And you still not gonna give me the credit, bro. Who else gonna help you, bro? Who else? Who else gonna help you, bro? You know what a Chuck, bro? You know what a Chuck? Chuck gonna help you?
You help me, nigga. I'm the fucking tester for you.
No. I didn't even bother you. You told me to pop out. I didn't bother you. You was acting like a whole bitch, and you told me to pop out. And I was like, alright, bet.
He just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there. What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there.
It's souped up as the deck is together.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't
because it's an archetype.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I know. I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm trying to make sense of it, bro. And you just like to just not make sense just to make me bad, bro. Fuck you, bro. Just leave me alone. Yo, bro. Leave me alone now. Now I'm mad. Leave me alone, bro. Word, leave me alone. Now, I'm like, yo, bro, I just wasted all this time talking to this nigga just for this nigga still not to get it. He still don't get it, and then he talking shit, bro. I don't want to talk.
Now it's Taylor.
Straight like that.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
All right,
go
bitch.
down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense: find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Bro, you can do whatever your mind allows you to do as long as the cards are legal and you know what the cards are and you know what they do. You know how many of them to put in your deck and not fuck yourself up. Because you just gotta draw these cards, you have to count the ratio.
Line of scrimmage, the 31
and then you have to, once you know that the deck is good, but it might be slow, you gotta know how to speed up the deck.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
Bro, I'm about to look for a DLC for this nigga to
buy. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves,
hit this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Say you buy all the DLC, you'll be a guy.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive
it's $5 a pop. You go count how many DLCs it is. All the DLCs. And then ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. When you buy DLC, they got pre-constructed decks. They all come with pre-constructed decks of all the shit that they trying to offer and shit. And you can edit them shits and do whatever you want with them shits if you want. Me, I like to build from scratch because I know what I'm doing. But you may not know what you're doing. You may not know what a structured deck looks like.
On first down, it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy.
You want me to take a picture?
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, what, the picture I sent you? Or the what's the names?
So
the
big play
DLCs.
gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yeah, bro. You should. So if you having trouble and you ain't do the method that I told you to do, farm and get cards and research the cards that you want, what type of deck you trying to build, and do the research and all of that shit. You ain't doing all of that. I'd love to have it, put some money on the game and just go the easy way out. But I tried to teach you.
Here now is 2nd and 10 again from the 41.
That's that bullshit gate that I told you about.
2nd down and 10.
I just put it in the party.
He's going to fire one deep over
the party chain.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler
picture to show you.
The Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the
like
Jets,
deck structure,
the Jaguars finishing their year in the AFC Championship game.
So you can understand.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for
each
this
card
one.
I have for a reason,
right out of the gate.
And how many of the card I can answer all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is the deck that don't go together. This is just a bunch of mixed cards.
They're going to go for it on 4th.
This is not an archetype, which you be calling old souped up decks. It's called archetypes.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
What?
Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 4. So their first drive of the game already trailing.
I only have 40 cards. Look, you gotta look at the tab. Look at the tab at the upper left of that box. On that same box, it says main. That's your deck. That's the 40 card deck right there. Main, 40 card, come down. Extra deck, 15 cards. That's the match you have. Side deck, 15 cards. These are the cards that you switch cards out of your main deck, which is up here, like at the top. And you switch cards out of that for the side deck when you're up a different type of matchup. Like, let's say if you're up against something like, if you look down here at the bottom, it's 3 cards of this bitch. It's called Karma Cut. It's a trap card. What it does is when I chuck a card from my hand, I get to banish a monster on the field, and if I banish that shit, the face-up monster, if it's more of them niggas in the graveyard, them niggas get banished too. So it's like, depending on what I'm going up against, those cards can help me when I switch out other cards that are not helping me win the match. That's why we play match. That's why it's best 2 out of 3, because you could run into anything and lose, but you gotta have something in your side deck and switch out. And then if you switch out something, it might help you win the next duel and then the next duel after that, because it might be the deck.
One thing's for sure.
It's only rare sometimes that you got the side deck unless a nigga like it's something that you're weak against, you're having problems with. And this is how you make a deck. Like, you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta know why those cards are there, what they do, and all this other shit. And you gotta put it together. This is not an archetype, this is a whole bunch of shit together. And I'm still working on it, and it's not done. You know what I'm saying? That's just some, you know what I mean?
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and nowhere to go.
Sometimes I'll make a deck and then won't do nothing with the side deck. Like, the side deck is just extra cards I like to switch in and out of the main deck when I'm not doing to try out and shit, so I don't have to go through the trunk and dig through the trunk and look for it. Like my Exodia deck, I don't have no side deck for that. I play Exodia. Either you can stop Exodia or you can't. That's how I look at it. So the extra cards that's in the cards that's in the side deck, I use this shit for other shits. And I don't have an extra deck. I don't XYZ. Oh, Smith has had a card too. He sent me a picture of it from my Zodiac deck. I didn't get it. I ain't get it yet, though. I ain't gonna look at the card.
Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
If I sent you my Exodia deck, right?
That means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yeah.
Darnold from the gun. Here's this out for Matthews. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Slow.
On second down, Taylor. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop
Shit, I want to build the Usay deck, but I don't got all the cards.
Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout.
Gotta build the chaos deck, but that's when I wake up.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
No, nigga. I was working all night. I ain't been to sleep. Nigga.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass.
What was that? I woke up 6.
We're about to find out.
6:10 yesterday. 6:10 in the evening. Got to work at 7:40 something. Didn't get off the work till 7:44. And then didn't get home till like 10 o'clock. And then I've been fucking with y'all. I was fucking with my shorty earlier, and I was fucking with y'all. And nigga, what time is it? Nigga, it's 3:16, nigga. 3 hours from fucking. I'm almost been up at 4:54. And I ain't on no type of drugs.
Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed.
Yo, you're a real
I think he
bitch.
catches the ball better than anyone else. I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh. Hurt his ankle, left the game for a while.
This is what he lived for, bro, to get on my fucking nerves, bro.
Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
Fights loose. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On second down, here's Taylor. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On third down, Taylor. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Oh, shit.
Slow.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Taylor on first down. Able to shake him off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Slow. Now Taylor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Rashawn Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Detroit!
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor throwing again. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. 19 yards that time for number 19. Taylor now pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up. He's going to keep it.
Take out.
And he will avoid the contact as he
You know what? I might need 2 breeds.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
That one.
Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Jacking that shit.
Slow. Slow. Z.
Now Taylor. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Last year, the Jags had 18 rushing touchdowns, 9 by Fournette, and he's back there on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Nah, I was on the block the Dragons.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as we get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think that they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Fights him off. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Rashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Detroit! Detroit!
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 40-yard line.
Got it.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, it's Taylor. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he hits his man, Matthews. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much? And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now the ball comes loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Shifts by him. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
We got three. Slow. Mike 56.
Here's Taylor. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 2nd down, Taylor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Flex round!
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Taylor going to throw it. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On the ground, it's Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.